Hi everyone, I know it's Friday night. I know everybody's busy, most everybody's out. In fact, I'm getting ready to go to a meeting myself. In fact, Kev, if you're watching this, sorry I had to do it real quick. I just thought, I should do something even though it's a Friday night. So I thought I'd talk a little bit about Africa. And a lot of people don't know that I've been there, and a lot of people do. But one of the things that I wanted to bring up was African voodoo. It's a trip, okay? Like, we were way out in the jungle and actually we went through the jungle to the Afram Plains, okay? And we went up there, and they only speak Twi. That's the language. And they used to be cannibals, so they shaved their teeth like shark teeth, and instead of tattoos, they made scar tissue all over them. You know what I mean? Like beautiful designs. But when they smiled, it was like, whoa, creepy, And I'm going to talk about that later. Only what I want to talk about is when we came back after 2 weeks in the bush, and the dirt was like this red, ugly, dirt. And the car over there, the van that we had a hole in the floor. So, howdy everyone. I'm gonna do it really fast though, okay? Like, I'm not gonna keep people hanging. I know you got places to go and things to do tonight. At least I hope you do. Hi Ralph. Hi, Ito and D. Majin. Oh, yeah, and you know what? Hi, Pam. I want to thank everybody that actually donated on my PayPal. You guys, I'm praying for you, okay? I will pray abundant blessings on you. I haven't got to it yet, but I will. I want to thank you so much. Really, I do. And thank you, Cold Warrior, for the idea about the chat idea. That was really good. And what can I say? I mean, I love you guys, and I know you're probably going to get tired of me saying that, but I really do. You guys are my friends. This is why I even want to do it. Okay, back to the beach, all right? We're on the African beach, and we're in Ghana, and we're near the city of Accra. You can look up on the map, it's Western Africa. 2 weeks in the bush, no showers, a hole in the floorboard, dirt roads, all right? Dirt roads. Hey, Jan, you're at a Bigfoot conference? I'm jealous. I want invited to some of those, all right? If there's some Bigfooters in here, I like to be invited to some of those. I know I can't afford to go to them, but at least an invite would make me feel like, that I'm part of the Bigfoot thing. Okay, so we're on our way back to like halfway civilization, which is a city with about 1 million people, maybe a little over 1 million people. But you have to understand, to our standards, it is, not civilization like we know it, okay? The roads are paved. Some of the places have plumbing, some of them have electricity and plumbing, and then the hotel we had air conditioning. But we're coming back. They want to shoot a little segment on the beach before the sun goes down, and I'm completely red from the dirt. My white afro is now a red afro. I got grit in my mouth from the dirt blowing in, it took 2 days to get out to the area we were at and 2 days to get back. So the beach, we went out to the beach, and it was called the Gulf of New Guinea. And everywhere, as you're driving along there, you see these signs say, Pleasure Beach, Pleasure Beach, Pleasure Beach, and what that meant was clothing optional, right? So actually, in the whole country, clothing was optional, and the farther out you got in the bush, it was real optional because they didn't have any very much. I mean, some of the people only had Fruit of the Loom underwear, and that is all. and what we call Zoris or shower shoes or flip-flops, whatever you want to call it, little rubber things. And I mean, that's it. That's all. That's all the clothes they had. I mean, it was a really poor area. But we get back to this, ocean, and there's this time in video world called the golden time, the golden hour. And it's when the sun is first coming up and when it's setting, there where the sun has an angle and it's like perfect to shoot video with. And we did some segments at the beach already, and we did them in the golden hour. So, we had to wait for the golden hour. So, I'm looking at these big waves crashing, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to go jump in the water and I'm going to wash off. And clothing's optional. I won't go all the way, but I'll get down to my underwear, my Fruit of the Looms, man, and I don't care if they're wet when I put my pants back on. I don't care, I'll be clean, at least ocean clean. The wife's checking on me. And so, I'm not really paying attention to anybody. I really am. I have tunnel vision on the ocean, and I could hardly wait to get my little butt in the water and, rinse everything off and everything. And as I'm running out there, I'm like peeling off clothes, my shirt, and I'm kicking my pants off, my shoes, everything. And I wish I could, but you have to ask Jeffrey if he'll release the shows of Paranormal Central that he owns, like trademarked Paranormal Central, and he exclusively told me that I had to take them down. Okay, and I am so sorry about that. That's not me, that's Jeff. I agree with all of you. That helps him. It doesn't help me all that much, but it helps him a lot more than me. But take it up with Jeff. So sorry, all right? So sorry about that. Okay, so I'm like halfway to the water, and I'm in my Fruit of the Looms, and I'm running like a madman to get to the water. All of a sudden, I hear a lot of hollering and screaming, and then I hear 2 gunshots. That was it. I stopped in my tracks as soon as I heard the gunshot. I already seen 2 people shot in the head for being gay. That's another story I'll get to later. Okay, they have AIDS, so they shoot people in the head for being gay, and but I'll talk about that later. So as soon as the gunshots hit, later on another night, as soon as the gunshots go off, I start freaking out, and I turn around and I see these people running at me, at full speed with rifles and stuff, and they're wanting me to stop, I'm like pointing at me, and yeah, you better stop, boy, you better not get in that water. And so I stop and I wait for him to get there, and then they tell me, like I'm, what's up, and they said, you can't go in the water, you can't go in the water. And I told them, why? Why can't I go in the water? I'm dirty, look at me, I need to go in the water. But I did notice there was nobody in the water, nobody. And they told me that if I go in the water on Tuesday, all the fish will go away because a witch put a curse on their village, their little fishing area. And if anybody went in the water on Tuesday, all the fish would go away for a whole season. They would starve to death. And I'm like, looking at them like, huh? I'm American. I'm from America. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. So, I started to turn to go like I was going to get in the water. Like, this is crazy talk, And instantly was spun around, and a rifle put in my face. And then they robbed me, too, of my money, half my money. They took only half. But they told me, like, we will shoot you right here, right now. You are not going to starve our little village out by touching the water. You come back tomorrow. And you could go swimming, You could take a bath. So, like, you'd be a fool to keep on running to the water after that. So you know, like, as soon as I turned, hello phone, oh, it's my guy that I'm supposed to meet.
Call from wireless caller.
Soon as I turn around, all of a sudden they're really nice to me, except for they robbed me still, right? And I start walking back and picking up my clothes and putting them on begrudgingly and shaking my head that people could actually believe that somewhere in the world or anywhere in the world, that somebody could put a curse on the water for a certain day. And you know, so I decided to test that even.
Alan?
Yeah, I know. I'll be right there. Tell him I'll call him right back. Okay.
Well, he said he'll call you right back.
the thing about doing live, huh? Yeah. Well, you know, hey, it's what it is. What it is. You know, it is what it is. So, oh, why? Thank you. So, you know, yeah, the Pope's calling. The Pope's calling. You know, he wants me to stop talking about anything. No, actually, I have a meeting with a guy, and he's calling to probably say, you know, are you ready yet? You know, because I had dinner with my wife, and then wanted to shower and stuff like that. So, you know, and I'm running a little late, but I wanted to come and get in touch with you guys. Welcome everybody. Thank them for the PayPal and the donations. You guys, really, I could see my dreams coming true here that I had way back. You know, when I started with Jeffrey, I had this little thing in me that meant that I wanted to do this thing. I didn't know what, but I wanted to do something really personal with everyone, and I want it to be personal. Okay, like, I know I'm losing subscribers. I don't know why, you know, but maybe some people aren't into this kind of thing. I don't know, and I don't really, you know, if I get down to 10 or 20, I don't care. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the good stories that hopefully, eventually, which I know is going to happen. I know it's going to happen because you guys are helping me. We're going to have you guys calling me, and we're going to have a cup of coffee, and we're going to, like, do some good shows. We're going to get your stories out, and we're going to do some face-to-face time. Maybe that's what I'll call it, face-to-face time with me. And but anyways, so the next day, you know, I told the guys, we weren't supposed to be back to the beach in like an hour, like 3 days, and I told them, well, let's move that shoot schedule up till to tomorrow. You know, like, I want to go back to the beach again. And we got out to the beach, and we went to this one area where there was a hotel for KLM Airlines, the one we flew in on. And I went out there, you know, and I was setting up all my equipment, and I was looking around, and there was people swimming in the water. You know, I was like, wow, it's for real. You know, on Tuesday you can't go in the water. Really, that's weird. You know, really weird. But I thought I would share that, like, when you go to another country, be prepared to be robbed by the police and by people. I mean, it's only because they're poor and they think you're rich, okay? Don't tip people. Don't tip. That's the first thing I learned the first day. I had a little boy shine my shoes, and I didn't know how much money they made. And I gave him 200 of their dollars, 200 CDs. But I turned in $40 of our money, and I had like 7,000 something CDs, you know. So I didn't think 200 was a lot. But then I found out like $50 a month, 50 CDs a month was like their income. So I gave that little boy that was like 10 or 12, somewhere in there, you know, I gave him like 4 months worth of money. That guy, he would shine my shoes every day, and every day I gave him $200. It's a wonder I didn't get killed from other people coming, but he was, I told him, don't tell anybody, shh, you know, stick it in his pocket, you know. And I did the same thing with the guy at the hotel. You know, tell him, he don't. Can you put my Cokes and Pepsis in the refrigerator? I want them cold. He goes, you don't want the ice? We have ice. You know, I told him no ice. You know, and then when he brought the sodas, I would tell him to bring. I would have him bring one extra one because it was $160 of their money for a soda, right? 160. They couldn't afford it. It was 165 for a cup of coffee. So in the morning, I would have him bring 2 cups, and me and him would sit on the veranda, and we would drink a cup of coffee. And then, you know, later in the day with lunch and dinner, I would have him bring an extra soda, and he would get a soda. You know, like, it was cool, cool, cool. Man, thank you, Cold Warrior. I see that. That is awesome. All right, I gotta go. I didn't mean to make it so short, but only you guys have a great Friday night. You have a great weekend. I got a lot of things planned. I will not be on until probably Monday, but have a really prime weekend. Take care of yourselves. You know, hug your children, hug your wife, love everybody, live life to the fullest. I love you guys a lot.